not going there. And because of that, they are trying everything within their reach to ensure that other political parties do not present credible candidates, that we have them all around the political party.
Okay.
But like we keep saying, we will surmount all those obstacles that they have on the way to make people feel afraid and make governors that do not have vision to jump back to APC. So, in fact, it's a good thing for us Nigerians if we look forward to know that all governors that are jumping into APC have nothing to do for Nigeria
Okay.
and vote them all out. Whether they have been there first time, let none of them come back again for the second.
Okay. This is a fine place to
See,
leave it.
because no achievement are
Kinane.
getting from them.
Okay, sorry, I had to cut you short there. We are really, really out of time. Thank you very much for being a part of the issue and, of course, for sharing or of analyzing and sharing your opinions on these issues. Thank you so much. And thank you very much, Dr. Nosike, for being a part of the issues. And that's all we have for today's episode of the issues just facing Nigeria and its governance. Thank you for being a part of it. Don't forget to tune in next time for more in-depth analysis and discussion. Follow us on social media to stay up to date on the latest news and insight. Until next time, stay informed. I am Ndlea, and this has been the Issues on Voice of the People television, where the future faces forward. Please don't forget to stay tuned for hashtag with Vivian by 8 p.m. Don't go away.
Extraordinary. Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We bring in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
It's your girl Arika the Dimples, aka Risky Baby, and you are watching VOP TV. Do not go anywhere. Where are you going to? Stay here. Calm down. Stay here if you're not.
What's up, everybody? Who's Arco here, and I'm hanging out on VOP TV. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. Let's go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yvonne Jagada. You are watching VOP TV, and don't change the dial, because I said so.
Who's happy to post them and who's happy the most? Because when shit goes south, y'all be happy to ghost. When you make a wrong move, they be happy to roast. But be careful when you win, who's not happy to toast. I am VJ Adams, and you rock with VOP TV. Don't move.
Hi, people. Bisola here, and you are watching VOP TV. Mwah.
Shout out to VOP TV. It's so good to have you on the red carpet of AV. Love you all. Wishing you all the best.
Here's a shout out to VOP TV. It's your girl April Oshidikwe at the AV premiere. You know what it is.
Hi everyone, my name is Linda Ejiofor Suleiman, and I'm live at the EV premiere. Keep watching VOP TV.
I want to say hello to my Italian friends. I want to say them that Nigeria is the best country in the world, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Tomo Atebe. I'm an actor, and you guys are live on VOP TV. Keep it locked, because I said so.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your girl Folu Storms out here, and this is a big shout out to VOP TV.
Hi guys, my name is Charles Bourne.
My name is Lydia Lawrence Ndlea,
Please
and
keep watching Voice of the People. Love ya.
Are you looking for where to buy quality and original studio and musical equipment in Nigeria? Welcome to Iruka Online, Nigeria's biggest musical and sound equipment warehouse. Your trusted home for top global brands, reliable low-priced alternatives, and 100% original musical accessories. With over 60 locations nationwide and open 7 days a week, we deliver unbeatable service and customer support you can count on. Shop online at iruka.com in partnership with world-renowned brands like Wolfdale Pro, Prisoners, Twile Keyboards, Fender and Jackson Guitars, Marshall Amplification, Mapex Acoustic Drum Set, Tech Electronic Drums and Accessories, Evans Drumheads, Ashdown Engineering, and many more. Iruka Online, powering your sound with quality you can trust.
My name is Tao Familoni, and here is to VOP TV. Keep watching, stay tuned, do not touch that dial.
Arararara, my name is Made Kuti, and you're watching VOP TV. Keep watching.
Welcome, my name is Zika Davis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys, viewers, everybody, boys and girls. This is VOP TV. Do you know what that means? Voice of the People TV. You don't have a voice, don't come here. You better make sure your voice is heard.
To know the happenings in the maritime sector, join us on the program Maritime Frontiers on VOP TV as we discuss key areas in the maritime sector from aquaculture, maritime transportation, maritime labor regulation, oil and gas exploration, ferry and passenger insurance, marine pollution and prevention, port operations, and lots more. Maritime Frontiers, exploring Nigeria's blue economy.
Welcome to Golden Tulip, where every stay is a celebration of comfort and style. Discover beautifully designed rooms crafted for your relaxation and peace of mind. Savor delicious, expertly prepared meals at our exceptional restaurants. Relax and socialize at our elegant lounge bar. Refresh yourself at the vibrant pool bar and enjoy a soothing swim in our sparkling pool. Planning something special? Our spacious and sophisticated hall provides the perfect setting for weddings, conferences, and memorable events. Whether for business or leisure, we deliver excellence with unmatched hospitality. Comfort, class, premium experience. Book today and elevate your hospitality experience. Airport Golden Tulip. Stay golden. Live golden.
Join us as we drive into the world of politics through insightful interviews with prominent political figures, both serving and former governors, ministers, senators, legislators, party chieftains, activists, and analysts. Get first-hand information into the decision-making processes that affect our daily lives. Highly engaging one-hour program that brings political discourse into focus.
I am Chukwuma Okoro.
Political Lens, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Join us.
Welcome to Romeo Pizza. Sink your teeth into our freshly baked pizzas. Loaded with rich sauce, melted cheese, and irresistible toppings. Where every bite is a love story. Treat yourself to our creamy, dreamy ice cream. Smooth, sweet, and made to brighten your day. Or maybe you want it hot and satisfying. Our juicy shawarma is wrapped to perfection, packed with flavor in every mouthful. Pizza, ice cream, shawarma. Why choose one when you can have it all? Romeo Pizza has exactly what your taste buds desire.
Voice of the People Television. Now you have more than a voice.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOP TV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television.
This is African News on Voice of the People Television, where we don't just bring you the news, we bring you Africa's heartbeat, the policies that shapes our world, and the economy that determines our future. African News on Voice of the People Television. Stay with us.
Welcome, guys. The show is hashtag right here on VOP TV. My name is Vivian Oguchi, and it's a pleasure to have you join us. This is where we're going to tell you all things trending and all things topical. And if it's your first time, accept a very warm welcome from us because it's a whole team working together to ensure that this is a flawless production. That said, let's hit the ground running, shall we? This time around, we're beginning from Edo State, and Edo is trending for two reasons. For starters, a woman who was held by the Ndlea for 3 months slumped in court today and died shortly after. That has sparked outrage with the relatives of the woman, as well as legal practitioners who are witnesses of the event, lambasting Ndlea and saying that things have not been done the way it should have been done, and that it has resulted to this death that could have been averted. I'm not going to sermonize. I'll take you straight to X now, so we'll take a look at the very first post. And this one is coming from Omo Elebijare. I hope I got that right. And it says, a 52-year-old woman, Titilayo Akindele, was arrested by the Ndlea in Edo State for selling loud. Loud is a strong type of cannabis. Now, the court, of course, is contraband. The court granted her bail, but Ndlea refused to release her. She complained of poor health in court and to the agency and begged to be taken to hospital. Her family even offered money for medical care, but officials refused. Yesterday, she collapsed and died during court proceedings in Benin City. Credit goes to ITV, based in Edo State, for the video you're about to watch. Take a look.
Yesterday was not feeling fine. He said he have lost all his rent. And they begged him with 500,000. These people say no. Say this woman must go to court. This woman still call me like she's down here. Even the rest, the NDLA, the junior officer, all of them will testify. Like this woman is dying, yo. This woman is dying.
The woman they cry, they complain. Go call me. And then finally, where they say this thing won't too much, they cannot go hospital by themselves. They say the following day, the reports go come out. The following day now, the reports come out. They don't show anybody. Today, the woman don't die now.
As they call yesterday, I cannot come court on Monday yesterday. The woman they just say, if they weak, one allow us, we cannot go hospital. Today we cannot call before we know I do my work will last.
Lawyers and eyewitnesses at the court premises said
for that, right? Credit goes to ITV for that video. We'll take a short break, right? Very short break. When we come back, we'll continue with this story.
When I first heard VOP, I thought they were talking about me because I'm a voiceover personality. But no, this is Voice of the People TV, and you are riveted forever because this is the place to be.
Yo guys, your boy Chella, shout out to VOP TV. I love you guys.
Salut, salut tout le monde, Suspect 95, là on est sur VOP TV. On passe un bon temps. J'espère que vous kiffez, on est au Afrima. On est ensemble, VOP TV.
Don't see me like a fool because I don't do giddy giddy giddy. VOP, you don't know Stoneware from Ghana representing live and living color. Yeah, Beam Nation president. Outside with it. Bless up.
Hello, this is Milo from Ivory Coast. Keep watch Voice of the People TV. Regardez la voix du peuple, la télévision de la voix du peuple. Que Dieu vous bénisse. À très bientôt. Love you so much.
Hi guys, what's up? This is Gaze Baba. I am watching VOP TV. Usually you be told to not touch the dial, but I tell you to touch the dial and increase the volume. You're like, keep it locked. It's Afro Gospel. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shego Arunze. You're watching VOP. Don't change the dial.
My Joe, fine girl. My Joe, fine babe. Only are you, but on the Fuji Monsoon. Yes, don't touch the dial. This is me, Dr. Adiwala Iba. Keep watching VOP TV.
Welcome back, everyone. This story is it's dark. It's just like what's happening in Plateau State. Justice bleeding is still trending. And then this is happening in Edo State now, really sparking outrage. You heard relatives of the woman saying negligence was what resulted in this. Now, we have another video by EBS, also based in Edo State. But before we get to that, there are netizens responding to this particular video you just watched. Of course, again, credit goes to ITV for that one. Let's see how netizens are responding to this one. So Nigeria Story says the woman arrested by the Ndlea in Edo State and held in their custody without arraignment for 3 months has collapsed inside a court and later confirmed dead, with reports alleging that she was ill and was refused medical treatment. Well, before we take a look at the other posts regarding this particular one, there are also legal practitioners who are not very happy with the Ndlea, and of course they aired their concerns. Let's take a listen to them.
Almost 3 months, when they bring them to court, most of them they are almost gone. So we need to sound the warning to Buba Mawa that we should call his men to order.
Somebody died. We are all here. What the least you can do, or somebody collapse. I cannot say she's dead. Collapse. The least you could have done is to try and rescue her to the hospital. But the officers refused. These men were hiding their face. The next thing they put their I chased them for food to stop them. Even they would have left a dead body. What happened, madam?
So netizens are responding, and of course, their response is sort of very weighty. And since this case is in court, we probably do not want to be held in contempt, so we'll probably skip that. But let's take a look at the other reason why Edo State is trending. So the youths are decrying hardship in the land. So a protest rocked Edo State today, Benin City particularly, and a major highway really was blocked. Some netizens found that concerning. But of course, there are a couple of videos I'm going to be showing you. Before I move on to that particular post, the next post to tell us exactly what we're talking about here, I'd also want to give credit to EBS TV, which is based in Edo State. Credit goes to the ABS for the last audio or the last video you just watched. Now, let's take a look at the next post. It's still hashtag Edo State. Like I said, Edo is trending for 2 reasons. Let's take a look at it. Well, sometimes you're caught speechless. This is coming a little bit late, but why don't we do it? Henry says this is murder by neglect. Is talking about the other hashtag, the other reason why Edo State is trending. A 52-year-old mother, Titilayo Akindele, held by at Ndlea, Nigeria, for 3 full months with no trial, no bail, no hospital, despite her family begging and her health collapsing. She dies in open court. Her son stares in that video. Pure heartbreak. Ndlea, explain yourselves now. At Amnesty Nigeria, take this up immediately. Nigerians, retweet if you're tired of death in custody. Hashtag justice for Titilayo, hashtag end death in custody, hashtag Ndlea reform. Jackson says this country don't tire person. Jerry says the Ndlea are another fraudulent force. They do not extort, or they do extort and detain illegally till you're bailed. And then they're citing another incident in Jos. Muhammad Jamil says the official who arrested her should be sent to prison. Izzy says it's coming gradually. People are being pushed to the wall every day. Soon, just very soon. Let's take a look at the next one now, which is going to be talking about why the other reason why Edo State is trending. Benin blogger says, youths decry hardship and block major highway. Aggrieved youths have barricaded a section of the ever-busy Benin-Lagos Expressway near the University of Benin, protesting what they describe as worsening economic hardship and poor welfare conditions. Again, credit goes to ITV for this one. Take a listen.
Might come and tell us the problem is beyond this power. We are tired of the situation of this country now. We don't have fuel, we don't have lights, we can't even eat. Even the ordinary water that they are selling how much now is now 100 naira. So we are tired.
We, the Nigerian youth, we are tired of the current state of this country, the current state of this administration. We are tired of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his carcass.
No peace for Nigeria. We don't have freedom. We need our freedom.
Enough is enough of insecurity in this country.
Poverty. No development in this country. Nigeria is the only country in Africa. 2026. We don't have lives.
Bad governance.
1 week now. I've not slept this night.
That's it. That's what's happening. In fact, activist Renu is jumping on this one now. She put up a post, same event, reporting from another angle now. Of course, she attached a video, but let's take a look at the post she put up. So this is Renu who says, Edo State begins protest against Tinubu's rise government. That's a video. Take a listen.
100K for their life.
We don't need one about
and you think that is okay?
We don't need
package of our price. Give our life. Road not good. Light. They kill people. Right. You want campaign? Right.
That's so right.
Now right I vomit try yesterday night this month.
Because I rather give you.
Yeah. I'm inside the test, not the same man. I'll be vomiting to just day and night. But I'm outside because this country is too much. It's not too much. Get fucked up already, you know.
Down in Edo State today. Let's quickly take a look at the responses before we move on to the next hashtag, which is hashtag APC, right? It's still related to the rice government thing. Mr. Jibril says we can end bad governance as a union. Protest today. Obe says, now really rice government, sharing rice up and down as if rice is all we need in this country. Tony says, we need to arise. There's a play to that. We don't need rise, but we need to arise, is what Tony is saying. So this is something that's unfolding. And of course, as events continue to unfold, we will keep you posted. The next hashtag now is hashtag APC, where the party was caught on camera distributing rice to some members. But before you get your rice, you have to show your PVC. And some people are jumping on this particular one. Let's take a look at the very first post. Of course, there's a video. APC distributes rice to voters in exchange for showing PVCs in Nigeria. Members of the All Progressives Congress, APC, publicly distributed bags of rice to crowds in exchange for voters showing their permanent voter cards, PVCs. Videos of these events circulated online, and we have one. Take a look.
One by one.
Operation can show your voters card. On the Bomawa for the voters card here. Bomawa for the voters card here. Show your voters. We go out to the belly of the voters card. Lama Bigba. 2027. President. Second time. President. APC. Progress.
There you go. Credit goes to City Edge TV for that video. But I don't know if you saw what I saw. I was looking closely, but it didn't look like it was a bag of rice. Maybe there's rice somewhere, but it looked like there's also yam or something. But one of the netizens was asking, is there pepper or something? Well, let's take a look at the responses to this particular hashtag, hashtag APC. Our Fave Online doc says the APC is openly and publicly reducing the lives of people to bags of rice in exchange for their future. This is really sad and painful to watch. No jobs, just rise. No power, just rise. No healthcare, just rise. No development, just rise. And Mervyn Gold says, them no add pepper. McGerald says it's very sad that these are people's parents who have refused to accept the fact that this government is after their lives. Funny how you know it's a lion's den and still head. You're still heading anyways, is what McGerald is saying. Adeboye says, they have weaponized poverty, reducing people's values to simple things that ordinarily they should be able to afford. Frank Echeben says, in their minds, rise will make the nation rise. So this is how this one is panning out. And it's sort of tying in with what that particular protester in Edo was saying about this government being a rice government. But is the narrative going to change anytime soon? We keep our fingers crossed. Next hashtag, still politics, is the ADC, hashtag ADC. So the ADC Publicity Secretary, Balaji Abdullahi, is crying wolf, saying that the APC is trying to scuttle the potentials of the ADC come 2027. Balaji Abdullahi put up a post on X. Let's take a look at it. Of course, netizens reacted massively to that one. It is hashtag ADC. So, Balaji Abdullahi says, yesterday we disclosed a sinister plot by agents of the ruling APC government to pressure INEC into taking illegal action to destabilize our party following the milestone movement of His Excellency Rabiu Kwankwaso to the ADC. After meeting a brick wall with INEC, they have now changed tactics, but the objectives remain the same. Information reaching us this morning is that a public protest is being planned for tomorrow, Thursday, 2nd April in Abuja, sponsored by a particularly notorious minister. Their expectation is that the protest will give oxygen to a case that is already suffocating in the courts under the weight of its own illegality. The plan is simple. A paid crowd, posturing as aggrieved party members, will take to the streets demanding, quote, David Mark must go, end of quote. That's the concluding part. This, they hope, will create public pressure on the INEC chairman to magically upgrade and recognize an individual who resigned his position and was subsequently expelled from the ADC to the position of national chairman of a party he no longer belongs to. The plan by the ruling APC government to hijack the leadership of the ADC, the only viable opposition party, left in the country is real. If anything, it has assumed a new level of desperation in the past few days. They are not just afraid of our momentum, they are afraid of what happens when the Nigerian people start paying attention and begin to believe that change is possible. The ADC remains focused on our duty to Nigerians, and we shall remain law-abiding. We will, however, resist by all lawful and necessary means. If they are not acting on his orders, President Tinubu should rein in his enforcers before it is too late. Responses now. Igwe Kingsley says, why are you on this one? Or while you are on this one, are you also not aware of this sinister move by INEC to disenfranchise voters across the nation? Why are you not giving voice to it also? What does a voter revalidation mean at this critical time? Without enough machinery and manpower even. Igwe Kingsley puts up this screenshot with the letterhead, Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC Headquarters. All resident electoral commissioners, Independent National Electoral Commission, nationwide. And that is the recipient of this one. Nationwide voter revalidation exercise. You will recall that the need for a credible voter register was discussed at the induction strategic retreat held in Lagos State in January this year. Consequently, the Commission has approved the conduct of the nationwide voter revalidation exercise. The exercise will be conducted both online and at designated centers, at local government areas, at registration areas, and polling unit levels nationwide. 3, 2 INEC voter enrollment devices, IVEDs, will be deployed to the LGA level and 1 IVED each at RA and PU levels. The staff of the Commission and NYSC members will be deployed for the exercise at 2 personnel per IVED. 4, you are to commence necessary preparations for the exercise, including sourcing of personnel and preparations of IVEDs. Find attached the timeline for the exercise. And 5, please accept, as always, the assurances of the Commission's regards, and is signed Dr. Rose Anthony, Secretary to the Commission, the Commission being INEC. But there are more responses. Let's continue to take a look at them now. So this is good governance. It's a human right, saying nothing the APC does will make us lose focus. Tinubu must go in 2027. That's coming from good governance. It's a human right. Joe says, quote, ADC remains focused on our duty to Nigerians, and we shall remain law-abiding. We will, however, resist by all lawful and necessary means, end of quote. All necessary means should be bold and in caps for emphasis. APC does not know legal means, more dedicated to destruction than governance. And this is coming from Joe Johnson. The viewer should know that those comments actually are strictly those of netizens. We move on to the next post, which is another reason the ADC is trending. Atiku Abubakar, former vice president, pays courtesy visit to Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso at his Abuja residence. You do know that the former Kano State governor just defected from the NNPP to the ADC. The former vice president, Atiku Abubakar, who is an ADC chieftain, paid him a visit. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar visited the residence of Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso in Abuja, accompanied by Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, Kashim Imam, Dino Melaye, and Adamu Maina Waziri. The leaders discussed the progress of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, and commitments to good governance and national recovery. The visit demonstrated solidarity following Kwankwaso's recent joining of the ADC. Let's take a look at the next post. Of course, Atiku himself put up this post. Atiku Abubakar says, I paid a courtesy visit to the residence of my brother and partner, His Excellency Rabiu Kwankwaso, this afternoon. We had quality discussions on the progress of our party, the ADC, and how we must continue the work to ensure good governance and recovery are achieved in good time for the people. And that is AA Atiku Abubakar. Of course, His Excellency Rabiu Kwankwaso, of course, responded by putting up this post and X saying, I was honored to receive my dear brother, former Vice President, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, and his esteemed entourage at my residence in Abuja this afternoon. Accompanying him were His Excellency Aminu Waziri Tambuwa, that will be a former governor of Sokoto State and a sitting senator, of course, Alhaji Kashim Imam, Senator Dino Melaye, Alhaji Adamu Maina Waziri, and several other distinguished leaders. I used the opportunity to personally thank the Waziri Adamawa for his warm reception into the ADC and to reaffirm our unwavering commitment to delivering victory for the party at all levels. The former vice president, that signed RMK, that will be Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. The former vice president, Atiku Abubakar, put up a video. Let's take a look. It's silent at the beginning, but I'm going to walk you through it, and then we'll let you take a listen to what the former vice president had to say and how Rabiu Kwankwaso answered. This is Atiku Abubakar shaking hands with the delegation that accompanied him to Rabiu Kwankwaso's residence in Abuja. It's a huge one, and the house is absolutely full. Is this a reflection of how it's going to pan out in 2027? Do you think 2027 is going to be, as it were, a tug of war, which is what people are saying online and, of course, offline at the moment? Drums beating. In a short while, you're going to be taking a look at another post that Bolaji Abdullahi put up, saying that the opposition is jittery at the moment, and they're calling the APC the opposition at this time. Are they in the place to say that right now? Well, time shall tell. Take a listen, guys. Take a listen to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar talking now.
When a call was made that the whole Waziri was coming to see me, so I felt very much elated, and I am so happy, and therefore very much welcome you, and through you, welcome everybody. Let me say that as we all know, we have joined the ADC, and I'm also happy to say that my humble self and our group are team players. We are ready to work together with all the members and all the leadership, members of the leadership of the party. And I am so happy that I can comfortably say that so far, so good. We have been working together with all the members at national level, and of course in Kano. And we will continue to work with all of you so that by the grace of God, the party, our party, ADC, can win not only in Kano or Northwest or Northern Nigeria, but in the entire country. So once again, Your Excellency, you are very much welcome, and we look forward to working together with you and through you.
There you go. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar paid a courtesy visit on Rabi Kwankwaso, His Excellency, who also, returned by welcoming the entourage warmly. Of course, there are more reactions to this particular hashtag ADC. We'll go back to X now as we take a look at the next post. This is Balaji Abdullahi reposting what Dr. AI said. Dr. AI, by the way, was responding to what the Vanguard newspaper had said 8 hours ago, that APC is pressuring INEC to undermine us after Kwankwaso's defection, the ADC. So Dr. AI says Kwankwaso joining ADC rattled them to their bone marrow. There are more responses. Let's take a look at them. This is Balaji Abdullahi again, who says the hassle is real. A few hours after Governor Bala Mohammed indicated his plan to join the ADC, the APC dispatched its national chairman and governors to Bauchi to beg him, promising to receive him on his terms. So it takes only one defection to bring these people down from their haughty horses. But we know it is too late. Sorry. ADC is rising. Nigeria is rising. So this is like a follow-up to the very big hashtag we brought to you yesterday, talking about the Bauchi State governor indicating interest that Thursday is going to be making a formal announcement as to his defection from the PDP to the ADC. Note that he's actually a leader in the opposition party, the PDP. This is big deal. It's the reason why he said his defection is taking time, that he wants to follow protocol. So he set up 2 committees, one in Bauchi, one in Abuja, to ensure that things are done properly. On that note, we move on to the next hashtag, which is hashtag Kenneth Okonkwo. He's also an ADC member, and he paid a visit to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar today. But what's actually trending, or what's got people talking, is the fact that he danced to his traditional music from his hometown. There were people welcoming him who were there, stationed there to welcome him to the former Vice President's house. Nigeria Stories has that one. Can we quickly take a look at it? Let's take a look at the post, and then we have a video, and there are responses. It is hashtag Kenneth Okonkwo. Of course, Nigerian Stories as well as Nigerian Affairs Journal has it. Kenneth Okonkwo danced into an Igbo song during his visit to former Vice President Atiku. Take a look. So many netizens are saying, what does this mean? Are you switching loyalty from Peter Obi to Atiku Abubakar? Lots of them are scratching their heads and they're saying, God, what is this? Remember that Kenneth Okonkwo used to be a stalwart in Labour Party before he defected to the ADC. Of course, his defection was before that of another LP stalwart, talking about Peter Obi, who once upon a time was a presidential candidate. That was in 2023 before he defected to the ADC. So that's how this one is panning out. It's a debate. They're like, what is happening? But I have like a reflection, a picture of how it's panning out online. So let's take a look at the responses now. Hashtag Kenneth Okonkwo. So Nachi says there's political momentum and tsunami ongoing across northern states. And that's Obi Kwankwaso. Kenneth Okonkwo is dancing to the logistics funds that Atiku gave him. As usual, Kenneth will eat Atiku's money and clean his mouth smoothly. Peter Obi is a political tsunami. But there's a dissenting voice. The next reaction, let's take a look at it. This is Jimo Adeyinka, who says, for those surprised by the Kenneth Okonkwo and Atiku link-up, remember that in 2026, the goal for many is strategic consolidation. It's a long way to the next election. And sometimes you have to dance with everyone to see who stays in step with your vision hashtag Nigeria Politics, hashtag Atiku, hashtag Kenneth Okonkwo. And that is how we wrap up that particular hashtag. Now, we quickly move on to another one, which is hashtag Lagos Governor, talking about Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State. So today he decided to stop his convoy and buy some roasted plantain, of course, to also speak to students in Ajegunle. Ajegunle, some people will call a slum. Yeah, but hey, the governor decided to visit the slum today, and the Vanguard has it. Of course, the governor's media aide has the story. So we'll take a look at the first post and then the next. This is Boyega Akoshile, who says Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stops his convoy for a short interaction with school children on his way to Tolu Schools Complex at Ajegunle. The governor informed the students that their schools complex is the biggest in Africa. The Tolu Schools Complex is ready for commissioning by Mr. President. Let's take a look at the Vanguard, who's also reporting this one. Vanguard newspaper says, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State buys roasted plantain and discusses with students in Ajegunle. So credit goes to Vanguard newspapers for these videos. Take a look.
I think, who do you want to come and open it for you?
You, sir. Is this, sir? Is this, sir?
What is that being Mr. President?
Sir?
What is that being Mr. President to come?
Yes! Yes!
That's the biggest school in the country.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
You have the biggest school in the country.
Yes!
That's where I am. So I want to go and see it myself.
Yes!
Okay, so I'll see you guys next week, okay?
Yes, sir.
Oyinbi gómìnà Èkó Ọlọ́run àwọn Èkó Ọlọ́run Tolu complex yes sir.
Okay, we're coming there.
No.
Not yet? But I'm going to school. So you like the new school?
Yes, sir.
All of us go to the school.
Yes, sir.
It's very, very big school.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I'm going to. So, I don't know how much it is, but so you need to take care of your children.
So, the governor is trending. Governor Sanwo-Olu is trending because he stops to buy plantain. That, by the way, is in Ajegunle. He also talked to the students about their school, Tolu Complex, which is going to be commissioned, brand new, going to be commissioned. Actually, one of the biggest, like I said, going to be commissioned by the President Tinubu himself. So it looks like very soon the president is going to be coming to Lagos. But there's something though. Initially, when he asked the students, who do you want to commission your new school for you? They said you, and he was like, no, someone bigger is coming, the president. So we keep our fingers crossed to see how that one pans out. We are definitely going to be reporting that hashtag. Probably it will come as hashtag Tolu Complex. Maybe. Still Lagos, but this time around, this is a bizarre story, right? I am so grateful it didn't end up in a fatality. I'm talking about Ikotu Market, hashtag Ikotu Market. You do remember that a couple of days ago, it rained massively in Lagos. Well, reports are beginning to emerge of, the drastic turn the heavy rainfall took. Let's take a look at the very first post that's going to explain to us what I'm talking about. Heavy rainfall sweeps man away in Ikotu Market, Lagos State, but he was rescued by traders. A man was swept away by floodwaters from heavy rainfall in Ikotu Market, Lagos State, while nearby traders rushed to rescue him. Separate incidents included a woman's room being flooded by the rainfall. Of course, that's another video trending. We don't have that, but we have the one of a man rescued by fellow traders. Take a look. I'm sure if that man is a Christian, he's going to be giving, he's going to be doing some Thanksgiving in church or give a testimony come Easter. Easter, by the way, is not too far from now. Sunday is right the corner. But that's how that one panned out. But my question is, why does this keep happening in Lagos? Lagos is surrounded by water. I mean, there should be measures to ensure that stuff like this do not happen. Year in, year out, the flood waters come and stuff like this happen. Of course, sometimes environmentalists and government, I should say, would say the people dump waste in drainage areas, or talking about gutters and all of that, or in the lagoon for that matter, and might be responsible for the level of sea water level, which is increasing. But then again, can government be proactive to ensure that stuff like this doesn't happen? What if that man had been taken away by the waters? We hope we never live to see that day, but I do really hope that this thing about flood waters, wreaking havoc in Lagos, will be nipped in the bud. On that note, we take a look at the next hashtag, which is trending. This just dropped to say it's trending. It is Two-Face, hashtag Two-Face. But why is it trending this time around? It's not because of his wife, Natasha, or because of his ex-wife, Ndlea. It's because of what he said about Nigeria. He says, actually, Nigeria is better off right now compared to yesteryears. Netizens are jumping on that one. Let's take a look at the very first post now, hashtag Two-Face. Nigerian singer Tubaba Idibia states Nigeria is better off than many years ago. Two-Face, who is also known as Tubaba, stated on social media that Nigeria is currently better off than it was many years ago. The comment, amplified by Instablog Niger, prompted widespread backlash from users who criticized it as out of touch amid ongoing issues like banditry, terrorism, and kidnapping. Of course, let's take a look at that one by Instablog Niger that this post is talking about. It is hashtag Two-Face. Instablog Niger says Nigeria is currently better than it was many years ago. Singer Two-Face Idibia. The reactions? A son wife says, yes, you are very correct, Two-Face. Years ago, you were buying diapers and feeding your various families, so too much money was leaving your pocket. But currently, Natasha is feeding you and making every expenses, so you are not experiencing any hardship. Gosh, this is sarcasm. Odira says, he's kind of right. Many years ago, you'd buy CDs, but now you stream music. Now you easily transfer money without going to the bank. You have technology that didn't exist back then. I'd rather choose this present day than in 1995. So Dira is supporting Two-Face, but of course, as some wife is saying, Nehe. So it's a huge debate that's raging online at the moment. Let's see if Two-Face is going to be responding to this one. On that note, we move on to something else we should have brought to you yesterday, because it broke yesterday, but today, it's better late than never, yeah? This is hashtag Obafemi. Obafemi is a Nigerian, but he has brought WWE to the front burner again. If you love wrestling, you're going to love this story. So let me show you the post, because Nigerians are jumping on this and netizens are saying that, see, this is all stage managed. It is choreographed to bring back a dying sport to life. But hey, you figure it out. Let's take a look at the very first post. Nigerian wrestler Obafemi defeats Brock Lesnar in WWE match at Madison Square Garden. This happened yesterday. Obafemi, wrestler from the University of Lagos, who won the gold at the National Sports Festival in Lagos, defeated Brock Lesnar at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Of course, Nigerian Stories took that, and so many netizens are responding to that post. Let's take a look at their responses now. Obafemi. So this is Celestial Star responding to Nigerian Stories. Nigerian Stories, by the way, said Nigerian wrestler Obafemi has taken over the WWE. Niger no dey carry last. So Celestial Star says, from winning gold at the National Sports Festival in Lagos to dominating the Beast at Madison Square Garden in New York City, the Unilag boy is now the king of the ring. Truly, Niger no dey carry last. The next one. This is Tom also responding to Nigeria Stories and saying, except the one called Goldberg, I've never seen anyone else who made fear show in Brock Lesnar's eyes. Come on, Naija. More reactions. Akim Boshola says, it's just a script he's playing. Relax. Aziza says, Omo, take me back to before I was told this is just an act orchestrated by the authorities. I was so obsessed. My nickname was AJ Lee. More reactions. Sikiru says WWE are the masters of business strategy. The new Nigerians are no more interested in wrestling, and they decided to bring our brother, who is the current champion, to lure us back. The no Nigerians support their own with everything. See how the dead sport is now trending on all socials. Great move. One more, and then we wrap this up. This is Hilda, who says, by the way, that's Obafemi looking majestic there. Hilda says, Oba is single-handedly bringing back all the long-lost Nigerian wrestling fans. You love to see it. So Oba is still trending as we speak, and of course, congratulations to Obafemi, whether it is choreographed, whether it is stage managed or not. You're doing well. It's just like your brother not so long ago. I'm talking about a Nigerian who also brought to the forefront, especially in Nigeria, the classic, the Arnold Classic, because he took the medal. This is it. So congratulations to Obafemi. On that note, we wrap it up today. Thanks to everyone who contributed to making the show a success. But the bigger thanks goes to you for watching. If you liked it, keep a date again with us for another edition of Hashtag. Until then, I'm Vivian Oguche, and bye for now.
extraordinary. Something big is happening on your screen. Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We bring in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
It's your girl Arika of the Dimples, aka Risky Baby, and you are watching VOP TV. Do not go anywhere. Where are you going to? Stay here. Calm down. Stay here if you're not.
What's up, everybody? Uzo Arco here, and I'm hanging out on VOP TV. Keep it locked, don't go nowhere. Let's go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yvonne Jagada. You are watching VOP TV, and don't change the dial, because I said so.
Who's happy to post them and who's happy the most? Because when shit goes south, y'all be happy to ghost. When you make a wrong move, they be happy to roast. But be careful when you win, who's not happy to toast. I am VJ Adams, and you rock with VOP TV. Don't move.
Hi, people. Bisola here, and you are watching VOP TV. Mwah.
Shout out to VOP TV. It's so good to have you on the red carpet of AV. Love you all. Wishing you all the best.
Here's a shout out to VOP TV. It's your girl April Oshidikwe at the AV premiere. You know what it is.
Hi everyone, my name is Linda Ejiofor Suleiman, and I'm live at the EV premiere. Keep watching VOP TV.
I want to say hello to my Italian friends. I want to say them that Nigeria is the best country in the world, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Tomo Atsebe. I'm an actor, and you guys are live on VOP TV. Keep it locked, because I said so.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your girl Folu Storms out here, and this is a big shout out to VOP TV.
Hi guys, my name is Charles Bourne.
My name is Lydia Lawrence Ndlea.
Please keep watching Voice of the People Television. Love ya.
Are you looking for where to buy quality and original studio and musical equipment in Nigeria? Welcome to Iruka Online, Nigeria's biggest musical and sound equipment warehouse. Your trusted home for top global brands, reliable low-priced alternatives, and 100% original musical accessories. With over 60 locations nationwide and open 7 days a week, we deliver unbeatable service and customer support you can count on. Shop online at iruka.com in partnership with world-renowned brands like Wolfdale Pro, Prisoners, Twile Keyboards, Fender and Jackson Guitars, Marshall Amplification, Mapex Acoustic Drum Set, Tech Electronic Drums and Accessories, Evans Drumheads, Ashdown Engineering, and many more. Iruka Online, powering your sound with quality you can trust.
My name is Tao Familoni, and here is to VOP TV. Keep watching, stay tuned, do not touch that dial.
My name is Made Kuti, and you're watching VOP TV. Keep watching.
Welcome, my name is Zika Davis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys, viewers, everybody, boys and girls. This is VOP TV. Do you know what that means? Voice of the People TV. You don't have a voice, don't come here. You better make sure your voice is heard.
To know the happenings in the maritime sector, join us on the program Maritime Frontiers on VOP TV as we discuss key areas in the maritime sector from aquaculture, maritime transportation, maritime labor regulation, oil and gas exploration, ferry and passenger insurance, marine pollution and prevention, port operations, and lots more. Maritime Frontiers, exploring Nigeria's blue economy.
Welcome to Golden Tulip, where every stay is a celebration of comfort and style. Designed rooms crafted for your relaxation and peace of mind. Savor delicious, expertly prepared meals at our exceptional restaurants. Relax and socialize at our elegant lounge bar. Refresh yourself at the vibrant pool bar and enjoy a soothing swim in our sparkling pool. Planning something special? Our spacious and sophisticated hall provides the perfect setting for weddings, conferences, and memorable events. Whether for business or leisure, we deliver excellence with unmatched hospitality. Comfort, class, premium experience. Book today and elevate your hospitality experience. Airport Golden Tulip. Stay golden. Live golden.
Join us as we drive into the world of politics through insightful interviews with prominent political figures, both serving and former governors, ministers, senators, legislators, party chieftains, activists, and analysts. Get first-hand information into the decision-making processes that affect our daily lives. Highly engaging one-hour program that brings political discourse into focus.
I am Chukwuma Okoro.
Political Lens, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Join us.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOP TV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng.
Living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People television, where your health has a voice.
Join us as we drive into the world of politics through insightful interviews with prominent political figures, both serving and former governors, ministers, senators, legislators, party chieftains, activists, and analysts. Get first-hand information into the decision-making processes that affect our daily lives. Highly engaging one-hour program that brings political discourse into focus.
I am Chukwuma Okoro.
Political Lens, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Join us. Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where all citizens take sense as we discuss the biggest stories that affect life. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I, from social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more, tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The People's Voice. Make your voice count.
Hello there, my name is Damilola Ogunsi, also known as the Goldfish.
Hi, my name is Chiki Bright Emmanuel. I'm an actor and a filmmaker.
Hello, peeps. My name is Yomi E. Adejumo.
Hi, everyone. I'm Paul Utomi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Stacey Benjamin, and this is Voice of the People TV.
I need you to keep it locked to VOP TV. See, are you looking for good entertainment? You want to get good movies, good music, politics, talk shows, sports, and entertainment. You really want a channel that gives you everything you need without you having to run around. VOP is where you are. That's Voice of the People.
If you're not listening to this, you're not one of us.
Well, hello and welcome to News Hour on Voice of the People TV. I am Vivian Oguche.
And I am Ndlea. Before we begin the news, kindly visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Here are the headlines. Federal government declares April 3 and 6 as public holidays.
Also, Plateau Governor meets Tinubu amidst security concerns.
University of Jos orders evacuation of students over security concerns.
El Rufai's bail application ruling adjourned to April 14.
Military families protest the detention of officers and demand speedy trial.
Tinubu's Naira for crude policy shields Nigeria from global fuel crisis.
On the foreign scene, Trump threatens to end Iran war soon and quit NATO.
Well, in business news, 33 banks raised 4.65 trillion naira in fresh capital.
In sport, Onuachu builds $450,000 health center in hometown.
Well, in entertainment news, Charlie Boy's great-grandfather dies at 75.
Now the news in details. The federal government has declared Friday, April 3 and Monday, April 6, 2026 as public holidays to mark this year's Easter celebration. Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji Ojo announced this in a statement congratulating Christians in Nigeria and the diaspora. Tunji Ojo urged Nigerians to reflect on virtues like selflessness, forgiveness, and love exemplified by Jesus Christ, and called for unity and peaceful coexistence among citizens. Recall that the Holy Week started with a Palm Sunday celebration around the world, an occasion which saw Christians in Nigeria mark the event with processions in parts of the country. Palm Sunday, observed the week before Easter, commemorates the triumphant entry of Jesus Christ into Jerusalem before his crucifixion.
Well, moving on, Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang has met with President Bola Tinubu at Aso Rock Villa, Abuja, to discuss the worsening security situation in the state. The meeting follows a deadly Palm Sunday attack in Angwan Rukuba district of Jos, which killed at least 27 people. Mutfwang arrived at the presidential villa around this evening at about 6:45 p.m. and stayed at the State House media office. The president had earlier summoned the governor for talks on addressing the security crisis in Plateau State. The meeting comes amidst efforts to restore calm and investigate the attack, with security agencies deployed to the area. President Tinubu has vowed to bring perpetrators to justice, while Governor Mutfwang has imposed a curfew and assured residents of efforts to strengthen security.
In the meantime, the University of Jos has ordered the immediate evacuation of students from its hostels following the worsening security situation in Jos, Plateau State. The directive was contained in a statement on Wednesday by the institution's Deputy Registrar, Information and Public Relations, Emmanuel Madugu. Students residing within Jos and its environs were directed to vacate the hostels from 3 p.m. on Wednesday, while those whose parents or guardians live outside the state are to be evacuated from 8 a.m. on Thursday. The management assured all that adequate security had been deployed to safeguard the hostels and the institution. It also urged students and members of the university community to remain calm, adding that further updates will be communicated as necessary. The University of Jos' decision comes despite the Plateau State government easing the curfew in Jos North, local government area with new hours from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily.
Meantime, the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, has ordered the redeployment of police mobile force units and other tactical teams to Plateau State following a deadly attack in Angwan Rukuba, Jos North local government area on March 29, which resulted in multiple fatalities. The police chief condemned the incident and directed a massive deployment of security assets to restore calm, protect vulnerable communities, and arrest those responsible for the violence. A statement on Wednesday by the Force Public Relations Officer Anthony Placid said the deployment includes additional tactical teams, police mobile force personnel, and intelligence operatives working with other security agencies to prevent further breakdown of law and order in the state.
In continuation of activities marking National Police Day, the Edo State Police Command has intensified the efforts to curb cultism and other social vices through its sensitization campaign targeted at students, emphasizing community partnership and trust building. Correspondent Rhoda Johnny reports.
Current output struggles between 1.5 million to 1.7 million barrels despite billions. Some of the leaders of the coalition raised concerns over the current state of national oil production, noting a troubling paradox in the industry. They added that while Nigeria produced over 2 million barrels per day during the height
Part of activities marking National Police Day, the Edo State Police Command has organized a sensitization campaign against cultism and other social vices under the theme Community Partnership Building Trust. The command visited Egbeniduan Education Center in Benin City, where the Commissioner of Police and the Public Relations Officers lectured students on the consequences of cybercrime, discipline in policing, and career opportunities in the force.
Cultism, we have also discovered cultism starts very early nowadays from secondary schools. Those days, we only had cultists in the universities. It's very easy to get entangled in cultism. You have peer pressure, you have friends, co-students, your classmates who are already. They harass you, they bully you, and you begin to think someone will come to tell you that we can protect you.
Police actually accommodates and cuts across every choice in life. We have communications, we have aviations. Believe me, policing is the best career for you.
The event included an interactive session where students asked questions and received responses from officers. Some students were also selected as ambassadors to promote awareness and discourage cultism and bullying within the school. Commissioner of Police Monday Bonica said the sensitization would help guide the students making informed and responsible life choices.
As a police force now, we have a system where we have the Nigerian Police Academy, which is run like a university, and where they can get a degree, and after passing the required examinations within 5 years of training, they are also commissioned as senior police officers. The experience I had in this space, I think we're going to develop our project further. That is the Pokako project, the police campaign against cultism and other vices, police safety program, which is headed by a Assistant Commissioner of Police in the command and is also handled in other states of the Federation. We want to extend this to all the schools. We are planning from our experience here today to even have something like a club in all the schools in Edo State, whereby these messages will be easily available and we'll be able to keep our youths out of crime.
The event brought together the police command and school authorities with more programs expected in the coming days to strengthen community partnership and build trust between the police and the public. Rhoda Johnny, VOP TV News.
Well, apologies for the mix-up at some point. And Rhoda, thank you for the report. Now, a federal high court in Kaduna on Wednesday adjourned the ruling on former Governor Nasir El-Rufai's bail application to April 14, 2026. El-Rufai, facing allegations of financial misconduct and abuse of office, will remain in ICPC custody pending the ruling. The late counsel Iyamo Oyewole argued that the bail is a constitutional right, citing El-Rufai's strong ties in the country, making him unlikely to abscond. The prosecution opposed the application, expressing concerns about potential witness influence or obstruction of investigations. El-Rufai faces charges in multiple courts, including a 10-count charge at the Federal High Court and allegations of abuse of office, fraud, and conferring undue advantage at the Kaduna State High Court.
Scores of children and wives of military officers detained over an alleged coup plot protested at the National Assembly, demanding a speedy trial and release of the accused officials. The protesters, carrying placards with messages like "Don't kill our daddies" and "Detention without trial is injustice," appealed for justice and access to their detained family members, many of whom they haven't seen for months.
Well, in another development, the Coalition of Niger Delta Ethnic Nationalities, CNDEN, staged a peaceful protest demanding an immediate decentralization of pipeline surveillance contracts across the oil-rich region. The group submitted a petition to Senate President Godswill Akpabio while chanting solidarity songs at the National Assembly in Abuja. Our correspondent Ferdinand Igba has the rest of the story.
Leaders of the coalition raised concerns over the current state of national oil production, noting a troubling paradox in the industry. They added that while Nigeria produced over 2 million barrels per day during the height of regional militancy, current output struggles between 1.5 million to 1.7 million barrels, despite billions of naira being spent on private surveillance. They questioned the effectiveness of the current system, asking why is oil production declining despite increased spending on pipeline security? Are there systematic lapses or undisclosed network facilitating crude oil theft?
The people of the Niger Delta on ethnic ground and on state basis has come out to say that they are not comfortable with the monopolization of the oil and gas operation in the Niger Delta. That as we are speaking as youth leaders, as community leaders, and as ethnic national leaders, that Cold War is going on in the Niger Delta. And we don't want that Cold War to get into a full-blown war in the Niger Delta. Because people are agitating that they have been marginalized in the Niger Delta as a result of the monopolization of the surveillance contract. And every person in the Niger Delta have come to tell the National Assembly that they should allow the
Decentralizing surveillance to the state level will douse existing tensions and potentially boost production to 3 million barrels per day. Ferdinand Igba, reporting for VOP TV in Abuja.
This next report says Nigeria's debt profile is climbing, but concerns are deepening over the systems meant to track, disclose, and scrutinize how those funds are sourced and spent. Experts caution that as fiscal pressures mount and borrowing intensifies, failure to strengthen transparency, oversight, and citizen participation could further erode public trust. Correspondent Ferdinand Igba has details in this report.
Accountability mechanisms are lagging behind, undermining fiscal responsibilities and excluding citizens from key decisions on national debt. She expressed further concerns have also been raised over broader issues in Nigeria financial reporting system, with stakeholders stressing the need for more open and credible disclosure practices.
The people in the National Assembly, they're representing Nigerians. They're not there on their own behalf. So if all Nigerians say no, then it means no, right? That's number one. And number two, why are people saying no? They don't have enough information. That's part of what we're saying. You're not making the information accessible on why you are taking the borrowing decisions. And then you're also not showing very clearly, like Kachi said, this money that we borrowed, this is what it resulted in. That's all citizens want, accountability. So and transparency. When you use this money, show us what it's used for. Show us how that money is going to generate further, because that's the point. When you borrow, it should generate further growth, so that we're not coming back to borrow for the same thing next year.
They are now calling for urgent reforms aimed not just at managing debt figures, but at restoring confidence in the nation's financial governance.
I think the last budget implementation report we've seen was second quarter 2025. And so it's even very difficult to speak with numbers and data to say this is where the money is going to. But from all we're seeing, it's not clear that all that money is going into the budget. There might be some off-budget spending.
You will recall that findings from the latest debt accountability review point to weak oversight structures, limited public engagement, and insufficient transparency in the country's debt management framework, raising red flags among policy experts and civil society groups. Ferdinand Igba, reporting for VOP TV in Abuja.
Ferdinand, again, thank you. Well, in another development, a coalition of stakeholders in Surulere has rejected Desmond Elliot's bid for a fourth term as lawmaker representing Surulere Constituency 1 at the Lagos State House of Assembly. The group, Surulere Accountability Forum, cited Elliot's dismal performance, weak policy innovation, and failure to address local needs over his 3 terms. The stakeholders, comprising community leaders, youth groups, small business representatives, and civil society organizations, assessed Elliot's legislative record and found it wanting. They accused him of delivering few constituency projects, having limited legislative impact, and lacking creativity and drive to tackle infrastructure, decay, youth unemployment, and inadequate primary health care. Olarinwaju Batma's spokesperson for the group stated that the rejection was not based on personal bias, but a desire for accountable leadership, adding that Surulere needs a candidate with fresh ideas to take it to greater heights.
Joining us virtually to analyze the news hour is Moses Sunday Oladapo, a public affairs analyst. Glad to have you join us, Sunday. Glad to have you join us. If you can hear me, please unmute your device. We'll take a break. We'll get to join Dakpo after this break. To stay with us.
From the views on the streets,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills 3 things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Hey guys, it's your girl Arika of the Dimples, aka Risky Baby, and you are watching VOP TV. Do not go anywhere. Where are you going to? Stay here. Calm down. Stay here. If you are waiting on.
What's up, everybody? Who's Arco here, and I'm hanging out on VOP TV. Keep it locked, don't go nowhere. Let's go.
Hi everyone, my name is Yvonne Jagada. You are watching VOP TV and don't change the dial, because I said so.
Who's happy to post them and who's happy the most? Because when shit goes south, y'all be happy to ghost. When you make a wrong move, they be happy to roast. But be careful when you win, who's not happy to toast. I am VJ Adams and you rock with VOP TV. Don't move.
Hi, people. Bisola here, and you are watching VOP TV. Mwah.
Shout out to VOP TV. It's so good to have you on the red carpet of AV. Love you all. Wishing you.
Glad to have you back. We have Sunday Oladapo join us for analysis for the news hour. Glad to have you join us, Sunday.
Yeah, very good evening, and thank you for.
Thank you. Plateau State Governor Caleb Mufwang has met with President Bola Tinubu at Aso Rock to discuss the worsening security situation in the state. And of course, this is following, I'm sure you are aware and you've been following the attack on Palm Sunday at in Jos, where 27 persons were killed, and we had the governor had to impose curfew in the state, and now the governor has gone to the villa to, of course, discuss with the president. I don't know, what do you make of it, especially when you put side by side with the fact that almost 48 hours after was when we actually had something from the presidency, or we had a statement from the presidency?
Well, I want to appeal to the president and the presidency to speed up everything that has to do with security. But to me, his team is being slowed down unnecessarily. Imagine the state police being active in place to states. And okay, I don't know where the echo is coming from. Sorry, I'm having a lot of echo.
Just go ahead, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. So we have more states in the middle belt that have had recurring issues for long. So I believe the pilot scheme of the state police should have been tested there. And it is time that we don't longer delay this, because like it has been, it is about to come up faster now than ever. Because if just has been a center or a theater of happenings, same thing with Benue and other middle belt states. So I believe that pilot scheme of the state police should have been tested, and if it can work there, then it can work everywhere. So then I believe the president's statement not long that is cancelling his appointment, his scheduled visit of I think Ogun State and maybe Bayelsa State to be in Tuesday tomorrow morning. I think I saw that news just before coming online now. So though most people need to understand that the executive in all those states actually does nothing. The most thing is to be proactive that those attacks never happens. Either the president or not. Attack has already happened. Incident has happened, and a lot of things have been lost, lives and the rest. So I believe that, to me, I will not be so much interested in the presidency going there, but I will be so much happy if you can be very proactive, if the presidency be proactive to forestall such things from happening. So I think that will be my own preferred angle, whereby, but the president going there, statement, to me, will be proactive, will prevent such happening from happening, because it has happened already, and the president going there doesn't rewind the happen not to have happened again. Thank you.
Well, Sunday, the situation in Plateau State is spiraling out of control. In fact, the University of Jos has ordered the immediate evacuation of students from its hostels following the worsening security situation in Jos. I mean, just yesterday, we had the army come out to denied that they provided security for the attackers. That was a statement attributed to one of the community leaders in Plateau State, that the army didn't fight for them, that they protected the attackers. So my question to you now is, does this call for a declaration of a state of emergency in Plateau State? Sunday, can you hear me? We seem to have lost connection with Sunday Moses Oladapo. We'll take a short break. When we come back, discussion continues. Stay with us.
The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as they hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before.
In a world where power shifts with every headlines, news breaks and events happens, we bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy, and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth, not spin. We discuss not just politics, but a glimpse into the future. Voice of the People Television. Now you have more than a voice.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOP TV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television.
This is African News on Voice of the People Television, where we don't just bring you the news, we bring you Africa's heartbeats, the policies that shapes our world, and the economy that determines our future. African News on Voice of the People Television. Stay with us.
First heard VOP, I thought they were talking about me because I'm a voiceover personality, but no, this is Voice of the People TV, and you are riveted forever because this is the place to be.
Yo guys, your boy Chella, shout out to VOP TV. I love you guys.
Salut, salut tout le monde, Suspect 95, là on est sur VOP TV, on passe un bon temps, j'espère que vous kiffez, on est au Afrima, on est ensemble, VOP TV.
Don't see me like a fool because I don't do giddy giddy giddy. VOP, you don't know somewhere from Ghana representing live and living color. Yeah, Bim Nation President, outside with it. Bless up.
Hello, this is Milo from Ivory Coast. Keep watch Voice of the People TV. Regardez la voix du peuple, la télévision de la voix du peuple. Que Dieu vous bénisse. À très bientôt. Love you so much.
Hi guys, what's up? This is Gaze Baba. I am watching VOP TV. Usually you'll be told to not touch the dial, but I tell you to touch the dial and increase the volume. You're like, keep it locked, it's Afro Gospel. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shego Arunze, you're watching VOP. Don't change the dial.
My Joe, fine girl. My Joe, fine babe. Only are you, but on the Fuji was who. Yes, don't touch the dial. This is me, Dr. Adiwala Iba. Keep watching VOP TV.
In a world where power shifts with every headline.
In a nation full of questions.
In a world filled with noise, the truth needs the voice.
The policies that shapes our world and the economy that determines our future.
Every
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching News Hour on VOP TV, and we have been speaking with Sunday Oladapo. He is a public affairs analyst. Sunday, before we lost connection with you, I was saying that the situation in Plateau State is spiraling out of control and that there is also a back and forth between a community leader and the army. Community leader says the army provided shelter for the attackers and the army is denying that allegation. Also, the University of Jos has ordered the immediate evacuation of students from its hostels following the worsening security situation in Jos. do you think this deserves or this calls for the declaration of do you think this calls for the declaration of a state of emergency?
Yes, it is actually called for that because having escalated into what now look like a religious disharmony, then it is better to have it calm down via the state of emergency. Then when you talk about the army, the allegation for the army and then the communities, I believe it is time that the people should, especially the security apparatus, should understand there is nothing as cheap as peace. It is better not to support either party and bring peace than to be seen to be fronted for a side. Then it now spiral into an issue that now become a major wahala. Now, early today, it's already looking like a religious disharmony, like I said earlier on. And I think the governor have done well to ensure this is declared so that we can have a calmer situation. According to reports also this evening, things are really getting calm now. And I believe that, but for a lasting peace, I think the governors, the president, the security apparatus need to look more. If Plateau will be Plateau, Benue, and some other middle belt states will be a pilot scheme for state police, I think I will love that. So I think I will appreciate that from them. I think they can do that as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's move away from security now. Federal High Court in Kaduna on Wednesday adjourned the ruling on former Governor Nasir El-Rufai's bail application to April 14, 2026. I'm sure you've been following this particular case of El-Rufai, and you know that sometime during the weekend he was granted, he was taken away from the ICPC custody just for a short period to actually mourn the death of his mom. And now he's back to the ICPC custody and his bail has been rejected. So I don't know, what do you make of it? You know, just some days ago, he was asked to, on compassionate leave, he was asked to stay back or to stay away. He was moved away from the ICPC custody and now he's back. I don't know, this back and forth, I don't know what you make of it.
Well, a massive or a major reform is needed for our legal proceedings and yes, legal proceedings. Because I believe if El-Rufai, for example, was granted bail for the burial of his mother and he left and on his own he returned, I don't think denying him bail will have been a very good issue, a very good position now, except if the ICPC can explain to us why he being out of their possession will affect I as a person will believe that it should be denied bail again. Because why do you deny bail? So that people don't jump bail, so that people don't effect or don't obstruct justice or investigation. If that is the only reason why it's still being denied, then I will agree to it. But if it's just being denied for reasons unknown, I think we need a judicial system that every Nigerian will believe is not political. Because there are times when you do things and people will read it from an angle that it seems political. So, but at a point, I believe that Nigerians also will grow to that level. Because now, everything is being looked from an angle of a coin, having two sides. Even when those things are not, because that is what we have. So, is being denied bail again. Thank you.
Well, Sunday, you were wondering why the prosecution or the ICPC denied him bail. Well, this is what the prosecution said, that they're actually opposing the bail application put forward by El-Rufai's team because they are actually worried about potential weakness influence or obstruction of investigations. Do you think that is even likely? Is that a possibility?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
All right, so you were wondering why the
I didn't get that.
ICPC, yeah, you were wondering why the ICPC would deny El-Rufai bail. Well, it has come to say that the reason why they are keeping him back is because of a potential witness influence, that El-Rufai might influence witnesses or obstruction of investigations.
Yeah,
the reason why they are detaining him. So my question to you is that, is that even a likely scenario?
Is that what?
Is it a possibility that El-Rufai might want to influence witnesses or obstruct investigations?
Well, okay, well, if you listen to my last point, that is what I rounded up with. I said if it is it can be proven that we obstruct their investigation outcome or justice, part of the justice, then we can agree that then it may be justified by the court. But if at the end of the day it has no justification to obstruct witnesses as they have alleged, then it will be termed like a political jamboree.
Okay, thank you very much, Oladapo. Okay, so let's look at this development. Scores of children and wives of military officers detained over the alleged coup plot protested the National Assembly. I'm sure you remember this particular coup plot issue, and many months after, these people have not been able to get a speedy trial, and they've also not been released. And now their family members are coming to ask for protesting and demanding speedy trial and release of their loved ones. I don't know what you make of it. If some persons have been accused, shouldn't they go through the necessary trial? And of course, if they are convicted, or if they are convicted of what they've been said to have done, they should, face the wrath of the law. But these people are still being held, and now their family members are demanding for a speedy release, or a speedy trial rather.
Well, the truth is that, like I've said, we need a reform whereby we can have a faster judiciary, because when justice are delayed, the parties become weaker and become suspicious. So that is fine. But looking at a case of a coup plotter, which is a major offense, I think it's better not to even come in on the angle of the protest at all in the first place. Instead, the protesters should be going to court and seeking or suing the federal government to look at how those. Now, if this is being done, then commit offense, you can then assemble people and go and shout at me and try to pressure or gag the will of justice by protest or by forcing people to take after your interest. So, being that as it may, it will also be better if all these things, one of the major issues we have in Nigeria is the judicial sector. There are times that ordinary many issues that many of us take up and ending up being a major issue should have been resolved in a week or 2 days by court. I don't think any Nigerians will hate going to court if you know that if this happened and you go to court, it can be resolved in 1 month, it can be resolved in 1 week. But many cases have run for decades without being had at all. So all these things are not helpful to our system. So if you are looking at democratic and we are looking at politicians not doing the right thing or not, I believe the first point of call should be the judiciary, because that's the hope of common men, and that will give a lot of people the courage to challenge. Two phase. One, I believe, is the capital of points, and there should be protests that will turn against the will of the issue. But I still believe that our judiciary should be reformed so that cases can run fast. Thank you.
Well, that's a safe place to land. Sunday, thank you so much for joining us again. Sunday, Oladapo is a public affairs analyst. Yes, thank you, sir. You're watching Ndlea on VOP TV. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us. We will take a short break and be right back. Stay with us.
This is Health Check, your weekly guide to better living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People television, where your health has a voice.
Join us as we drive into the world of politics through insightful interviews with prominent political figures, both serving and former governors, ministers, senators, legislators, party chieftains, activists, and analysts. Get first-hand information into the decision-making processes that affect our daily lives. Highly engaging one-hour program that brings political discourse into focus.
I am Chukuma.
Political Lens, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Join us.
Welcome back, everyone. And now the National Orientation Agency, NOA, has pledged to collaborate with the Nigerian Optometric Association to promote eye health and prevent avoidable blindness in Nigeria. The association's president, Dr. Chimezire Anderson, led a delegation to NOA's Abuja headquarters to discuss the partnership. NOA's Director of Health and Social Care, Dr. Abiodun Ayola, welcomed the delegation and commended the association's efforts in advancing eye care. He highlighted NOA's extensive grassroots structure and communication platforms, which would be leveraged to amplify key messages on preventive eye care and early detection of vision-related conditions. The association emphasized the need for intensified public enlightenment on eye care, noting that a significant proportion of blindness in Nigeria is preventable with timely intervention and proper awareness. NOA and the Optometric Association plan to implement targeted campaigns and community-based outreach programs. The meeting marks a step towards strengthening multi-sectoral collaboration to reduce avoidable blindness and improve eye health care in Nigeria.
Moving on, Nigeria's fuel supply remains stable despite the ongoing Iran-Israel-US conflict in the Middle East, thanks to President Bola Tinubu's Naira for Crude initiative. The policy, launched on October 1, 2024, allows Nigeria to pay for crude oil in Naira, reducing pressure on foreign exchange reserves and ensuring uninterrupted petroleum product supply. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Temitope Ajayi, attributed Nigeria's energy security to the Dangote refinery, which has prioritized domestic supply and ramped up production. The refinery has also exported nearly 500,000 tons of refined product to African countries in March, generating export earnings. The Strait of Hormuz, a critical maritime corridor accounting for over 20% of global oil and gas flows, has been closed by Iran, exacerbating the crisis. The global conflict has triggered acute shortages and long fuel queues in Europe, Asia, and Africa, but Nigeria remains unaffected. And now to the foreign scene, President Donald Trump says the United States will end its war on Iran fairly soon and could return for what he called sport hits if needed. However, a White House official disclosed later that the president was expected to reiterate a 2 to 3 week timetable for ending the war in Iran during the address. Trump said U.S. action had ensured that Iran would not have nuclear weapon because they are incapable of that now. The U.S. president also said he would state in the speech, which is due on Thursday, that he was considering withdrawing the U.S. from the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO alliance. Announced to business, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, says 33 banks have met the new minimum capital requirement under its just completed banking sector recapitalization program, raising a total of 4.65 trillion naira in fresh capital over 24 months. In a statement, the CBN said the funds raised would improve the bank's ability to support economic activities across the country, strengthening the resilience of the financial system and enhancing its capacity to support the economy. Confirmed that 33 banks met the revised capital requirements, the Apex Bank said a small number of financial institutions are still undergoing regulatory and court processes, which are being handled through existing legal and supervisory channels. Fair disclosed that the recapitalization exercise occurred alongside a gradual withdrawal of regulatory support previously given to banks, saying it improved the quality of bank assets and made their financial positions more transparent.
Well, in sports news, reports say Super Eagles striker Paul Onachu is funding the construction of a modern health center valued at approximately $450,000 in his hometown, Amako here in Owerri West Council of Imo State. According to the Trabzonspor forward, the facility is designed to address long-standing healthcare gaps in an area where access to quality medical services has remained limited. The center will include consultation rooms, a fully equipped laboratory, a pharmacy, and basic emergency care units in completion, with plans to also recruit qualified medical personnel to ensure sustainable operations. The project is currently in its early construction phase. Meanwhile, beyond his record as a prolific striker, Onachu has built a growing reputation as a socially conscious figure committed to giving back to his community.
And now to entertainment, media personality Charles Oputa, popularly known as Charlie Boy, has welcomed a great grandson, marking a new generational chapter for his family. In an Instagram post announcing the childbirth, he shared a photograph of his grandson cradling the newborn. 75-year-old expressed deep gratitude for his life's blessings, noting that while he may not have focused on material wealth, God has blessed him with health, a diverse and vibrant family, and peace of mind. Recounting his many blessings, the great-grandfather said in his characteristic comic style that God has blessed him enough that he has begged God to face other people.
Well, it's a wrap on News Hour. Thank you so much for watching. I am Vivian Oguche.
And I am Ndlea Ndlea. Bye for now.
extraordinary. Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
It's your girl Arika of the Dimples, aka Risky Baby, and you are watching VOP TV. Do not go anywhere. Where are you going to? Stay here. Calm down. Stay here if you're not.
What's up, everybody? Who's Ariko here, and I'm hanging out on VOP TV. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. Let's go.
Hi everyone, my name is Yvonne Jagada. You are watching VOP TV, and don't change the dial, because I said so.
Who's happy to post? I mean, who's happy the most? Because when shit goes south, y'all be happy to ghost. When you make a wrong move, they be happy to roast. But be careful when you win, who's not happy to toast. I am VJ Adams, and you rock with VOP TV. Don't move.
Hi, people. Bisola here, and you are watching VOP TV. Mwah.
Shout out to VOP TV. It's so good to have you on the red carpet of AV. Love you all. Wishing you all the best.
Here's a shout out to VOP TV. It's your girl April Oshidikwe at the AV premiere. You know what it is.
Hi everyone, my name is Linda Ejiofor Suleiman, and I'm live at the EV premiere. Keep watching VOP TV.
I want to say hello to my Italian friends. I want to say them that Nigeria is the best country in the world, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Tomowatsebe. I'm an actor, and you guys are live on VOP TV. Keep it locked, because I said so.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your girl Folu Storms out here, and this is a big shout out to VOP TV.
Hi guys, my name is Charles Bourne.
My name is Lydia Lawrence Ndlea,
Please
and
keep watching Voice of the People Television.
TV.
Love ya.
Are you looking for where to buy quality and original studio and musical equipment in
VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice. Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
It's your girl Arika of the Dimples, aka Risky Baby, and you are watching VOP TV. Do not go anywhere. Where are you going to? Stay here. Calm down. Stay here if you're not.
What's up, everybody? Who's Ariko here, and I'm hanging out on VOP TV. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. Let's go.
Hi everyone, my name is Yvonne Jagada. You are watching VOP TV, and don't change the dial, because I said so.
Who's happy to post? I mean, who's happy the most? Because when shit goes south, y'all be happy to ghost. When you make a wrong move, they be happy to roast. But be careful when you win, who's not happy to toast. I am VJ Adams, and you rock with VOP TV. Don't move.
Hi, people. Bisola here, and you are watching VOP TV. Mwah.
Shout out to VOP TV. It's so good to have you on the red carpet of AV. Love you all. Wishing you all the best.
Here's a shout out to VOP TV. It's your girl April Oshidikwe at the AV premiere. You know what it is.
Hi everyone, my name is Linda Ejiofor Suleiman, and I'm live at the EV premiere. Keep watching VOP TV.
I want to say hello to my Italian friends. I want to say them that Nigeria is the best country in the world, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Ndlea. I'm an actor, and you guys are live on VOP TV. Keep it locked, because I said so.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your girl Phil Storms out here, and this is a big shout out to VOP TV.
Hi guys, my name is Charles Bourne.
My name is Lydia Lawrence Ndlea,
Please
and
keep watching Voice of the People television.
In a world where power shifts with every headline,
In a nation full of questions.
In a world filled with noise, the truth needs a voice.
The policies that shapes our world and the economy that determines our future.
Every hour, every day, the grapevine keeps buzzing. And together, we are committed to telling the stories that shape our world, because your voice is our focus.
Don't forget, our voice matters the most. Let us come together and share our concerns.
in a world where power shifts with every headlines, news breaks and events happens, we bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth, not a spin. We discuss not just politics, but a glimpse into the future. Voice of the People Television. Now you have more than a voice.
This is African News on Voice of the People Television, where we don't just bring you the news, we bring you Africa's heartbeats, the policies that shapes our world, and the economy that determines our future. African News on Voice of the People Television. Stay with us.
My name is Tao Familoni, and here's to VOP TV. Keep watching, stay tuned, do not touch that dial.
Arararara, my name is Made Kuti, and you're watching VOP TV. Keep watching.
Welcome, my name is Zika Davis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys, viewers, everybody, boys and girls. This is VOP TV. Do you know what that means? Voice of the People TV. You don't have a voice, don't come here. You better make sure your voice is.
This is African News on Voice of the People Television, where we don't just bring you the news, we bring you Africa's heartbeats, the policies that shapes our world, and the economy that determines our future. African News on Voice of the People Television. Stay with us.
Well, sincerely apologize to you for starting the show behind schedule. But in any case, we are already here and the show is going to kick off now. Nigerians woke this morning to the news that former presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023 general election, talking about P2B, has defected from the ADC to the All Progressives Congress. And they are wondering, how did that happen? Well, I'm not the only one that has heard the news. My colleagues here are also wondering what went down. But in case you are just wondering, welcome to the month of April. If I've succeeded in fooling you for like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds, please don't be fooled. Today is April 1st, so don't let anybody fool you. I'm Chukuma Okoro, and I'm not alone here in the studio. I have with me my colleagues, Moses Humphrey and Jen Ogoye. Good morning, Moses. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Honestly, my jaw dropped. I'm like, really? What? Where? How? When? You know? And then I looked at Jane and she smiled. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay. You got
it's
it.
April Fool's Day.
It's April Fool's Day.
Good morning and welcome. It's the first day in the month of April. And, well, don't let anyone fool you. And if you must fool anyone, please keep it simple. All right? Don't do anything that will make them lose their mind. Welcome to the program. This is VOP This Morning. I'm Moses Humphrey.
Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Jane Ogoye, and you got me there, really. You almost got me.
Almost.
We didn't discuss this.
We didn't
discuss this. I mean, you didn't see it coming, but
I didn't see it coming. But anyway, we have joining us on the show is Barrister Adams Atta. Good morning to you.
Yes, good morning. And
I saw the expression on your face. You were fooled. Don't deny it.
Don't
deny it.
Okay, you don't think it can happen?
No, I already knew today is what is
April Fool's Day.
So did someone try to do it to you before?
No, none.
Okay.
Save that I saw it in a group where I saw you are hereby evicted.
Okay. Meanwhile, the person is still there.
It's April Fool.
All right then. Let's really run into the show. President Bola Tinubu has strongly condemned The barbaric and cowardly attacks by gunmen in Angwa and Rukuba district, Jos in Plateau State, describing the attack on the community in Jos as an affront to all that Nigeria stands for. President Tinubu assured Nigerians that the barbaric acts will not go unpunished. Meanwhile, the Senate has condemned in very strong terms the gruesome and barbaric attack on innocent citizens in Rukuba village of Jos, not local government area of Plateau State. The Senate has directed the Inspector General of Police, Tunji Disu, to, as a matter of urgency, commence a holistic investigation into the attacks with a view to arresting and prosecuting culprits and for them to face the full wrath of the law. Meanwhile, eyewitnesses have recounted how the horrific incident happened. One source explained that the attackers moved from house to house, forcing doors open and shooting residents at close range. Quite unfortunate. It's more like has become our new norm in Nigeria. Every week we get to hear that scores of people have been slaughtered like animals in some parts of the country. And well, what the Senate does, like what they are doing, and ask the IGP to take responsibility and bring the culprits to book, it's has become also more like a soundbite to Nigerians. Well, like Moses said, we have Barrister Adams here to help us make sense of all of this. Barrister Atta, how did the attack in Jos come to you? How did it hit you when you got the news? And the fact that we are just trying to recover from, series of killings over time, and the Senate has instructed the IGP, to take responsibility. How do you react to the latest development about the killing of Nigerians in some parts of the country?
Well, let me start by saying that the government have failed woefully, and that is why we are seeing all these reckless and unconstitutional killing. The provisions of the Constitution is clear, more particularly Chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution, that say that nobody's life shall be taken unjustly. So for me, I think that the government have failed, and I'm surprised. It's not enough for you to condemn killing of Nigerians, but what is important is that you must move, you must take steps. You must go and ensure that you curtail all these excesses, all this reckless killing. We cannot continue like this. The government have failed woefully. Whilst they are killing people in the north and other parts of the country, all over the federation, you are there celebrating your birthday. You are there gathering to bury somebody. All of you will gather together. Look at the recent APC convention. We saw all the security apparatus, outfits. We saw them. They came out massively to protect the politician. But whereas we, the commoners, that's how they brand Nigerians. And that's why we see that this killing continue on a daily basis. So I'm not in support, wherein government is not concerned about people's life. You don't respect people's right to life. Where they kill everybody, who are you now going to govern? Will you govern yourself? Will you govern your cabinet? So I think...
Barrister Atta, when you say that the government feels unconcerned, I'd like to let you, bring you to the fact that, well, we have a president who has been traveling, the globe. The last time he went to the UK, he had a security collaboration with the United Kingdom to come help us. Before he went to the UK, he was in Turkey and they signed a security agreement, And before then, he's been to France. And just like a fortnight ago, he also told Nigerians, well, I held extensive discussions with Emmanuel Macron, and he has promised to help Nigeria with equipment to fight insecurity, the war on terror. You also understand that we have 100 American soldiers who are also collaborating on the area of intelligence and giving us tactical operational support. I mean, we have our Nigerian soldiers who are out there in the field. What else do you want them to do for you to understand that, or for you to think that the government might be just concerned about what is happening?
Well, we need to start from the grassroots. You can't eat your cake and have it. You must have a very solid foundation. These people are not well paid. Our militaries are not well paid. You agree with me that if you are not well taken care of, you don't want to risk your life to protect another third party's life. And that's why you see that they're hobnobbing and romancing with politicians. Because after their salary, the politicians are still going to tip them. They are going to pay them. But you and I, we don't have the cash flow to fund them. And that's why you see that anytime you see all the politicians, they gather together, you see massive security outfits. But whereas we, you and I, the Constitution did not envisage whether you are rich, whether you are poor. What the Constitution says that the life and properties of you and I is the primary responsibility of the government. You pay tax, and by the social contract theory that you pay tax, in reciprocal, the government is supposed to protect you, your property, and every other thing concerned about you. So for me, I think that number one is to increase their salary, the salary base of our personnel, the police, the army, and every other concerned security outfits. The government needs to increase their salary.
So basically,
and their welfareism equally needs to be taken care of.
So basically, your position is that it is lack of morale that is probably, not pushing the soldiers to do the needful in terms of going out on the battlefront to take out the terrorists. Welfare is an issue as long as
number one is the underneath number one issue we need to look at. You will need to put the basic on focus. So you can't.
How do you react to the fact that we have a chief of defense staff who spoke to Nigerians the other day and said, "Oh, well, I mean, these terrorists, the repentant terrorists, are our brothers," and he likened them to the prodigal son in the Bible that was sent somewhere and came back to his father. He said, "Well, we shouldn't just kill them like that because they are brothers," and he's pushing for reintegration of terrorists that sometimes, you understand, have served as moles, to their brothers, to the terror kingpins and all of that. How will you react to the fact that we have a chief of defense staff telling Nigerians to, pardon fellow Nigerians that have killed others in cold blood? People have been assassinated. Look at what happened in Rukuba area of Jos the other day, and we have a chief of defense staff coming to tell Nigerians, let us forgive and forget and all of that. Is it not going to embolden the terrorists and further lower the morale of the soldiers? What do you think?
Forgive what?
But you heard him say that.
Yeah, I heard it, but I'm asking, forgive what? I'm not in support of that statement, and I will say it wholeheartedly. Because how do you expect Nigerians to feel? Well, how do you expect the family of the disease, the family that are affected, how do you expect them to feel? So you see that even the army, they are now infiltrated. They now speak like our politicians. Under the APC policy, once you join them, your sin are what? Forgiving. It's the same theology that they're now inculcated in the military now. How can that statement come from the apex, number one person in the army, and then you are saying that they should forgive terrorists? Are you not condoning them? Are you not giving them more opportunity to continue with that unconstitutional? For me, I think is wrong.
All right. I wanted to just take you up on local intelligence. The Senate has asked the IGP to do a comprehensive investigation. And now the residents, eyewitnesses said these attackers moved from house to house, knocking on doors and shooting people sporadically. Isn't this an absence of, or rather a failure of local intelligence? And at this point, what is there to investigate? I mean, with these facts that are glaring, these eyewitnesses' accounts.
Well, investigation continue. That's what they will tell you. In that atmosphere, they will tell you investigation continue, and then thereafter you don't hear anything again. We have had series of matters like this. It will die down, and that's why the other group will regroup, and then they will attack. So for me, I think the government don't have what it takes to protect Nigerians. And that's why they have even admitted by inviting the Americans. And you say that they have traveled all over the world. Mr. President have traveled. He is going on a frolic on his own. He has other personal agenda that is good. It's a health issue. Let me not say it otherwise. I will say it how it is. Because if I don't say it, God will not forgive me. What will I tell God in heaven?
How do you say that?
How do you know? For me,
how do you know that?
This is not the first time. Let me quote the statement of the president of Russia. He said that Nigeria is a country where is like a, what is it called? Is it a mortuary or where they bury people? That's what we know in this country. And we can see glaring and clearly from the deaths of the immediate president. He died and then he was shipped back to the country. You can equally see from the death of the mother of the former governor of Kaduna State. You see, we don't have anything. The best investment, they will take it overseas and then they will bring back a dead body to us. Let me know. That's a story for another day.
All right, then. Well, thank you very much, Barrister Atta. Now, let's take this conversation virtually to Isaac Tanko. Isaac, good morning to you.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. Good morning, our viewers.
Yes, I understand that you are in Plateau State, and you probably have had, close contact with some of those who were affected. And tell us, take us through, first-hand account of how it happened. And we also saw the people protesting, and your governor, Governor Caleb Muftwang, coming to attend to the protesters in an ammo tank. Please take us through, these events, how it happened.